A soldier placed a grenade into a pit, then pressed a shell on top. He pulled the pin and buried it. Once it was set, the two soldiers jumped on a tank and drove off. Soon after, a guerrilla soldier spotted the shell. As he reached for it, the explosion threw him to the ground. His comrades rushed to his side, but he was beyond saving. To end his pain, the captain shot him in the head. Then they moved out, continuing their hunt for Soviet troops. Meanwhile, a Soviet tank unit had reached the river, but unsure of the depth, the officer refused to cross. He ordered the men to rest. An Afghan soldier laid down his rug and began to pray. This angered the officer. He suspected betrayal, so he ordered the Afghan to wade into the river and check the depth. But when the man reached the middle, the officer shot him dead. Everyone froze. The driver, furious, grabbed his notebook and vowed to report the murder to the military court. The officer was livid. He wouldn't forget this. They entered the desert, but the tank stalled. Water had ruined the engine. The group suggested abandoning it and walking out, but the officer had another plan: revenge. He blamed the driver for the tank's failure and again brought up the Afghan's death. They argued. The officer snapped. He pulled a gun. He ordered the others to tie the driver to a rock. To survive, they obeyed. The driver struggled, only to be slapped. Then came the grenade. They placed it beneath his head. Pin pulled, rock pressed down. If he moved, he'd explode. The officer left him to doing under the burning desert sun. Soon wolves appeared. They began tearing at his legs. In agony, he flinched. The grenade rolled off the rock. It exploded. The wolves died. He survived, but the blast drew attention. A group of Afghan women came running. The driver thought they'd save him, but they grabbed stones and began beating him. He screamed for help, bloodied and broken. Just before the final blow, Afghan guerrillas arrived. They stopped the women and seized the driver. Some wanted to execute him for their fallen comrade, but the commander stopped them. He had a better idea: interrogate him, get the Soviets' plan. But the real question was, would he betray his own army?